Hi there, my name is Tyron. I'm the founder of Hustlery. I'm really excited to have you here. So, as you can see, it's obviously called the Hustlery demo, but I want to call it a live action experience of what this software can do for you. So, obviously, yes, there's a lot of features that you can see on your left hand side. But what I want to do in this video is I want you to have a holy shit moment. That's what I want you to do, because there's a lot of marketing gurus out there, people to try to sell you funnels and courses and this and that, and everyone has their opinion about marketing. And listen, I'm not saying that, I know everything or I'm the best in the industry. Just through my experience with working with really big brands like Buffels and Brandewyn, Babbela's Rescue, Skilpad Tepel Gin, just to name a few brands that you maybe would know. I've learned a lot. And what I want to do in this video is I want to show you, or in this demo, I want to show you the features that I think is the most important to get your business going. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to go through all the other things that's really, really awesome as well, so that you can understand that this is not just a software platform. This is a vehicle for your business to grow. It's a system. It's a vehicle. It's honestly, in my opinion, the best thing right now for a small business like yourself to grow, because, yes, agencies are expensive. So what you can get out of this is, the experience of paying an agency 10, 15,000 Rand, but at like a fraction of a tenth of the cost. So bear with me and let me quickly show you some of the most amazing features and how this can change your brand. So when I talk about marketing and people have a budget and they want to do things, I'm always like, the number one thing is visibility. If you have to think back before Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, TikTok, all these platforms, what did people do? They put themselves in magazines, they put themselves on the radio, they put themselves on billboard. Why? To create awareness. There wasn't a funnel on a radio or on a billboard. You wanted to get your brand out there, and that is step one. And we do that with our AI ad launcher. So, in a nutshell, what is the AI ad launcher? Take ChatGPT and marketing platforms, put them together, and it gives you this awesome experience. So as you can see here, we've integrated to all the major platforms for you to advertise on. But for now, I'm going to focus on Meta and Google, and I'm going to make it fun. I'm going to take a random chiropractic business. You're going to understand why when we get to our automations, but I'm going to take a random chiropractic business so that you can see how it would work for you. How would your business experience it? So let's quickly take a look. So I'm just going to go into a new one and say Cairo, Cape Town. So obviously we have these over here. If you scroll down, usually you will see that there's a sponsored ad. So you can see that Cairo, Cape Town is already running a Google ad. So we need to compete with people like that. And this is what this platform will offer you. So I'm just going to take let's see this one over here, Cape Town Chiropractor. Let's take this website as an example. Okay, cool. So very, very cool assets over there. So if this is my business, I want to get my business out there, what would I do? First of all, for chiropractors, Facebook and Google is both good platforms. Obviously for plumbing, you're not going to run an ad on Facebook for plumbing to say, listen, if you have a burst pipe, come and see me as you scroll through Facebook. If you have a burst pipe, it's an emergency, and you're probably going to go onto Google and immediately search for plumber. So let's quickly take, this as an example. So from brand context, you just add your link and you click on generate. Obviously, if you don't have a website right now, don't worry, you can also put in your Facebook page or your Instagram page just to give it a little bit of information. As soon as it's generated, the link is going to give you a lot of options to add more info. So as you can see here, we have product and service description. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to say, spinal manipulation therapy. I mean, that just sounds insane. So let's see if there's something, we do provide. Well, this is pretty dope. I can't click on the text. Content is protected. So let's see. I can't click on any of this. Well, at least we've got something. I wanted to add something more, but we can actually use spinal manipulation therapy as a service. It got some colors from the website, and we operate in Cape Town. Cool. So now that AI has some context about my brand, it's got an image, and I'm going to say save changes. I can go further than that, and I can now add additional media here, which is going to help me with my ad creation. But I'd rather just show you within the ad creative process how the media works and everything. So now, cool chiropractor, because if someone sees something about spinal manipulation, I can imagine if they have back problem issues, they would, probably react to that on Facebook or with a Google search. If someone searches, like chiropractor near me, you'll be able to find it. But let's quickly look at Facebook. So obviously, we have multiple goals here. Let's say I want to drive traffic to my website. We can use traffic, or I want to generate leads on Facebook. For now, I'm going to use leads because that's always nice. We're going to talk about it now, in the second part of this video. But this is still step one. We need to generate awareness and generate leads for our business. So I'm just going to say spinal manipulation therapy. And I'm going to click on generate. So now it's going to take that context that it has about my brand. It's going to read my website. It's going to take my number, all of the content that I already gave it. And I just use this small prompt over here to say, listen, this is the type of ad that I want to run now. Let's say in a month, I want to do something else. Let's say, for example, free consultation. It really has your brand context. It's just going to then create a new ad for free consultation. You don't have to do everything from scratch. But let's quickly give it a sec. While it's reading our website, understanding our business, generating the targeting, writing ad copy, etc. Because when we look at, ads on Facebook or Google, let's use Facebook, for example, there's a lot of things that's important. Yes, your creative is probably one of the most important things, but then obviously the audience, you need to show the content to the right people. So what the AI is doing is writing your copy for you, is creating some creatives for you. I'm not saying this is the best creative. We can always help you. We can outsource creative work, but you need a good creative, and then obviously the targeting. So the copy is there, as you can see. Struggling with neck and back pain, look no further at a Cape Town chiropractor who specializes in innovative spinal manipulation therapy. Very, very cool. If we scroll down, you would see that there's multiple copy sets that has been written. Why? This is system is powered by AI. So because there's different variations of texture, the AI will optimize to see which one performs the best, right? So that is our copy. Then we have our creative. So if we click on plus on creative, you would see that the AI has created these suggested medias for us, but there's a lot of other tools here. We can go on and click on Shutterstock, and we can get some free stock images from there. We can click on our Facebook or Instagram which we've integrated and use content from there. When I click on a website, here's all the images from the website. So this is probably the image of the person, the chiropractor. This is probably him, so we can use him. I think that'll be cool. Cape Town chiropractor. This is a great one. So we have him over there. Let's go back. There we go. We have an awesome looking ad. Obviously it says yoga demo because that's one of my demo pages for Facebook. But, our creative looks great. And now it says targeting. It's targeting parents, between these age groups. I can click on edit. I can now go in here and I can say, related targeting, something related to my industry, chiropractic stuff. I can do AI targeting. So, within the location, it will figure out my audience. I can do lookalike, people that it's, engaged with either my Facebook page, or, you can create a new lookalike audience, like, someone that engaged with one of my pages or my website. Or retargeting, people that has been doing something. So there's a lot of options here when it comes to targeting. But I think the reality is that, cool, our creative is set, the targeting is set. Now we can generate leads on Facebook. I'm not going to now go through the whole process, but you can create a form and ask any question you want. And then all you need to do is just add your budget, 100 Rand a day, and I can click on launch campaign. So obviously, we've been watching this video now of creating this video now for 9 minutes, but I've essentially launched a Facebook ad within 10 minutes for this business. As soon as you learn this platform, you don't even have to, and you're not explaining it to someone. You can launch ads within a few clicks. I'm talking about 3 to 5 minutes, you can launch your own ads. And this is now the same with Google. Now, because the context and everything has already been created, if I just click on Google search and say I want traffic, save that. everything has already been done for me. My headlights has been written, my description has been written. And if I don't like this, I can say, listen, change the tone to be a bit more conversational, and it will generate that for me. I can manually change this. Got affordable spinal care, need spinal care that's affordable, doom. Or I can just manually change the copy here myself. I can also choose where I want to send them. I can add a Google lead form. I can add a phone number so they can immediately call me on the ad on Google. So there's so many options. But essentially, obviously, add your budget, 100 Rand a day or 200 Rand a day. And then, boom, within a minute, we've launched the ad. This alone is worth thousands if you have to go to someone that's a Facebook specialist or a Google ad specialist. And yes, I'm not saying this is necessarily better than what they would do, because yes, they have very attentive and they have the optimizations and all of those things. But if you have to take the budget that you would spend on a specialist and just add it into this, and you take the cost per lead with their fee plus the fee that you're paying for ads, do the calculations, and your cost per lead, in my opinion, will still be less. And at the same time, if we look at, advertising on Facebook, we also have our AI optimization. So it's part of, the awesome thing about this tool, optional, optimize for me. So if you hover over here, it says hands-off ad management, focusing on your ad assets. So there's all these assets, there's these photos, there's these copy. This now goes into my ad, look at what performs the best, and moves the budget towards that. So yes, it still has that, specialized, effect of a professional doing optimization, but it's not a human factor. But still, at the end of the day, we have to compare the costs, and also this is just crazy powerful. But now, that is step one. For me personally, without even targeting, look at a billboard. When it's in your area, you're not targeting a specific age group. It's there. People know you're there. You're a salon, you're a chiropractor, you're an accountant. You're focusing on this area. A billboard focuses in your area. So just by targeting ads in a geolocation of your town is already advertising. It's already awareness. So that's step one. For me, visibility is key. Then after that, what I always say is important is, don't let people just send you WhatsApp messages. You're never going to know what's going on in your business. We need to capture leads. So what I'm going to do is, instead of not going through this lead form process, I'm going to show you how awesome it is to capture leads with this platform. So I have this chiropractor, demo landing page that I've created, just to give you an idea of how cool it is to capture leads with the platform. And this isn't necessarily, just on your website where this lead capturing happens. This can also happen on, Facebook. So imagine this form was on Facebook. So I'm just going to click here. Awesome. So full name, Tyron. I'm going to use an alternative email. So let's do that. Tyron Williams. What problem do you have? I'm just going to say lower back pain. Been running a lot. Okay. And then I've got my cell phone number, and then I say submit. So now I'm busy. I'm in my salon, or I have an appointment with a client. They've just seen one of my Google ads. They fill in a form. What's important? Either me or my receptionist, we need to know what's going on in my business. So immediately that lead pulled through into my CRM system. And at the same time, while I'm busy, you would see here on my phone as we're talking, I just want to say, hide that message. I got a WhatsApp message. As you can see there, it says, "Hi Tyron, thank you for reaching out to Cara Fourways. It's just a template. Obviously, you can change it. You said you have a problem with lower back pain, been running a lot. When can we have a call?" So this is just like one of my other numbers that I have on my phone, but completely automated. So now we've run an ad. We've collected that lead. We can see the lead in our CRM, but I'm busy. That lead has already gotten a WhatsApp message. So if we click on view conversation, you would see that that message was sent out just now. I don't know where I show my time on the laptop here at the top. As you can see a minute ago, that has gone out. Now I can see what's going on here. I have the information of the lead. So as you can see on the left, what do you need help with? Lower back pain, been running a lot. So now imagine the power of having 10 questions on your website or on that Facebook lead form. When you get that lead, you know everything already. You can immediately start, providing a service of consulting or giving advice because you've already got all the information. Instead of going back and forth on WhatsApp, what's going on, what do you need help with, have a form on your website or on Facebook and collect all of those details. And you can do a lot of automations from there. You can send them emails automatically, WhatsApp messages, SMS, etc. There's so much you can do after that. But I want to take you through the steps. So step 1, we've launched ads. Step 2, we've captured our leads. Step 3 is we've automatically made contact. Now, what do we need to do? We need to pay this person, and we integrate with PayFast in South Africa, or we need to pay the person. They need to pay us. We need to invoice them. So I'm just going to quickly generate like a dummy invoice, because these are the most important steps. After this, we're going to play around. I'm going to show you some of the other features if you want to hang around for another 15 minutes. I don't want to make the video too long for some people. I just wanted to show all the cool stuff. So let's say request payment, select a product. This is just a demo one, like a dance lesson, live, copy link, marker sent, done. So now on my phone, there's new invoice sent. I will now receive a message within the next few seconds. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Sent. Now that message has gone out on my phone, immediately received it. I click on the link. It takes me through to a payment page that integrates with PayFast. As you can see over there, I click on pay and I can make the payment on PayFast. So with that, basic few things that a business needs: visibility, managing leads, what's going on in your freaking business, getting paid, and automating because you're very, very busy. So now that you know the most amazing features, I honestly believe is the first things you need to implement. Let's quickly go through some of the other cool things. So as you can see on the left, we have our dashboard. So the dashboard is an overview. Sorry, I can see like my video here at the bottom is like a cut off a bit. Sorry about that. And it jumps around, so weird. But your dashboard is where you see what's going on. So what is my opportunity value, the value of the opportunities in my pipeline? How many people do I have in my sales funnel? Then we have our conversations tab. So in here, everything happens: Facebook, Instagram, all your channels integrate into this one single chat, so you can see all of it. So you don't have to jump around between all the platforms. We have calendars where you can honestly, when you have different services like a salon or a chiropractor or whoever, you can add all your services and create a calendar like Calendly for all those services. We have our contacts. Within here, I can click on contacts, send everyone a SMS, a WhatsApp, or an email. Very, very simple. We got our opportunities pipeline. In this space, you can see what's going on in my business. Where are people within the sales process? Then we have payments. Obviously, that's just sending invoices. We can create contracts on here. We can create orders, subscriptions. We can send payment links. We can see all the transactions. I can add products on here and sell those products, because we also have sites here on the left. With integrations, you can integrate with Paystack or PayFast in South Africa. Then we have our marketing. So within marketing, we have a social planner where you can schedule content to all the platforms. Well, not all, but as you can see, most big platforms here in South Africa. We got our email marketing, which replaces your MailChimp subscription. So all you can do, let me just make myself smaller. Click on create campaign. There's email marketing templates. So there's a ton of templates for you to choose from, or build from scratch. It's so simple. It's a drag and drop builder. Drag in different sections and start playing around with emails. There we go. Then there's a bunch of other things over here as well, but I don't want you to worry about that for now. Then we have automation. So this is where if this happens, then this needs to happen. So if someone sends me a message to say, help, on Instagram, then send them this ebook. So there's a lot of other things that you can also automate your business. Then we have sites where obviously we have the funnel builder and we have templates. We have a website builder where we also have a bunch of templates. There's a drag and drop builder, thousands of templates. But what's great is also WordPress. We have WordPress hosting for you available within our environment as well. So you can move your WordPress here as well. Then we have forms, we have surveys, there's quizzes, there's chat widgets, you can generate QR codes, so many things. We have memberships where you can literally build your own courses and build a community. If you're a personal trainer or an influencer, you can build your own community with a little app on your clients or customers' phones. Then we have our media storage, reputation management, where you can get like an overview of your reviews. So yes, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's a ton of features, but for me, the basic things are the most important. You need to get your brand out there. You need to get visibility, capture lead, manage leads, and this is what this tool is about. It's a vehicle to grow your business. It's honestly, all you need to do is add fuel, add fuel to sending emails, add fuel to your Facebook ad account, your Google ad accounts. This is a vehicle and it's got literally everything you can think about in one single toolbox. So if you want to try it out, it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want a more hands-on demo, reach out to us. We can assist you. But yes, please stay tuned for more videos to get more insight of all our other features. Thank you so much for watching the video.